just going to have a bit of a play. I thought I'd wait here for 20 minutes or thereabouts before we get into court. Rolling is simply this. Using a roller is legal. So, self-myofascial release, self-massage, foam rolling is okay for trainers. There's no doubt about it, getting your hands on and manipulating certain muscles is better, but it's illegal for you guys, besides Tyson. You're unable to do that. Crazy, as soon as you do this, it's okay. You get your hands on, you do something wrong, not okay. So it's at your own risk for doing that. And you will not, if you hurt somebody, be covered by your insurer. So you do not do hands-on, you can manipulate, you can feel, you can do some safe stuff. Generally, it's okay, but the use of the roller is the best way to go about it. First and foremost, a big point to understand. So self-myofascial release, really, really simple. It's about creating a little bit of hurt factor. You want to get a little bit of this space going, okay? It's the only place in the gym that we really ask for this space, okay? And it's the only place in the gym that you should be asking clients for as much as they can possibly handle. This is as far as you go. This is the failure. The other exercise I explained, I could go through that. I could do my split squat, and I can keep going to get that weight up, but I've gone through my failure point for my technique. With this, you go as hard as you can. There is no failure. It's as much as you can handle. That leads off and gives you a chemical reaction. It's a hormone release, which basically feeds that area and focuses on relaxing and decreasing that density. So for massaging, anybody with good hands, you don't have to be a masseuse and have some good hands just like what Tyson does. You can just have a knack for feeling density in a muscle. And it's all about finding density and manipulating that density, understanding the anatomy and getting blood flow to those areas. Okay? So what we essentially are doing is looking for the dense spots. So right now, let's look at your tib post. This is an area you're not going to be able to roll. Okay? Tib post. Let's go 2/3 of the way up your roll in. Let's go find your tibia. Okay? So on the tibia, and let's roll under the tibia and push up and under. Ooh, there I am. Good. So rolling through here. This is your tibialis posterior. This is a muscle you're not going to be able to roll. Look at left, look at right. Which is tighter for you? Which side do you have issues on? In your lower leg, in your hips, in your back. Which side is the one that has issues for you? Think about it. There's generally a strong relationship between tib post being gunked up and the side that you have ankle problems with. So if you're tight and dense on one side, just hold it for as hard as literally, how hard can you go? Find those dead spots, hold it. Okay? So this is what we're doing with the roll. Okay, I'm not telling you, this is up to you, you're doing it to yourself, it's your call. Okay? I'm just trying to show you density. So getting in tib post again, 2/3. So for me, I'm just slightly lower than the second third. I'm more working my way down halfway. And I'm just going to keep palpating that and just releasing that density, and I'm looking to push as hard as I possibly can. It's the only time in the gym I'm going to tell you, go hard as you can. Okay? Because you're not going to lose technique. I'm never going to ask you to run and sprint as hard and as fast as you can to the point where you're lost technique. I'm never going to ask you to squat the same way. Never. But this, you go as hard as you can. That lets off a chemical reaction which allows relaxing hormones in your body to get blood flow to that area and decrease density. Is everyone, and the best way to explain that, I mean, it's not, I don't actually know the hormone that's responsible for that. But has anyone had a massage, got up and said, oh, I just feel better, have well-being? That's hormone. That's hormone talking to you. That makes you feel good. So if you've got that cranky dude that gets out of his car and it's all tight and it's all gunked up, and you spend 10 to 15 minutes on the roller with them, they don't feel better. Yeah, they are. They're going to be moving better. They're going to feel better. They're going to have that well-being feeling. I felt better. I was able to move, and I can get on with my day. So this is a great tool to use later in the week, after hard training sessions, after getting knocks. Okay, anything that has made density in your muscles. So certainly a knock creates density. You've got to get the roller in there and roll that out. You'll hurt like buggery doing it, and afterwards you'll be like on cloud nine. I just feel that a little bit better. And often there are some people you could roll house come home and they just don't feel it. For that person, you might be less rolling. Okay? But most people, they got some dense spots. The other thing you have to understand is this. This is a sore spot for me. And for some of you, this is a sore spot. It just hasn't reached the conscious level. So this is a spot of pain. Understand this. This is a spot that is going to hurt. It just hasn't gone to the next level of pain where it's left and created that conscious level of pain that now I have an injury. Look at your rolling from that perspective. It's a spot, it hurts, I've got some density there, it's going to create a problem for me. It just hasn't gone to the point now where I now have an injury and recognise I've got a problem there. So what you're doing, like I've asked up here, is rolling is like a fishing expedition. Okay? You're finding stuff that hurts. You're trying to look for the pain before the pain finds you. Okay? So you're trying to look for that pain until the pain comes and finds you. So we want to find density. So let's go through. Just gently, what I want you to do is just gently roll in and over. And what I'd like to find, what you'll find is we're just going to do little rolls today. Okay? So there are some of the experts in functional movement and so forth are talking about rolling through facial attachments, okay, like for example your sternum and so forth, like your pubic bone, like the outside of the knee, where all the big facial attachments come through and rolling those parts out because you will get better release through fascia to the entire body as a system rather than rolling the muscle itself, which has its place, but it hurts like hell. Okay? So we're rolling the knee. Okay? And that's when to release fascia, because these are your facial attachments. There I am. I'm going to roll with the sternum. Okay? We want to roll thoracolumbar fascia. Oh, that would be nice. Okay, so these attachments will allow you better extensibility throughout the whole kinetic chain and your entire musculoskeletal system. Today, let's just do some gentle rolling, little rolls. What I want to see you do here, guys, is just find the dead spots, and just what you look for again is that for me is about 7. I'm just going to roll that. Okay, this is the deal. I'm going to turn on some perineals now, because I know I've got more density there, and that there I need to roll. Forget my soleus, it's that muscle, that's the point I need to work on. So I'm just going to work around that, and you definitely should be doing your knee and your hip for your knee, mate, because you're now starting to hobble and move around. You should definitely be rolling, mate, because now you're creating, not your knee, around that. Right now, Effie's got a sore knee, so right now you're compensating for hips and ankles on the other side, so you want to keep that mobility, otherwise they're going to start tensing up. The knee's not the issue at the minute, it's why is the knee got pain. So we're just going to roll through that, and again, you'll see how far you can go, just gently rolling through there, have a bit of a play. From there, okay, so we want to roll that lower leg, you feel one leg, and you feel the other, and it feels a bit better. That's that well-being. You feel that, you see how I'm going to get that. So again, just fish. Where am I? Okay, so if you were to go through and roll this with your clients, you can do a posture check pretty much by doing this. This is a subjective posture check. How's it feel here? Okay, here, no worries, but on my left side, so left side here, my gastroc is super tight, right in the middle of the insert, actually, in the insertion, right through here, into soleus. Okay? On my right side, didn't feel it at all. What's going on? Why is it right compared to left? What could be leading to that? So we're just going to roll through that area. Just doing basically 10 little rolls, and this way you want to instruct it when you're doing it with your guys. You've got to give them a time frame. For some people, they'll sit there for 10 minutes. Now, for elderly, if you're an athlete, you've been banged up, if you're someone like Anthony that's hurt himself, I'll say, just go, roll, keep rolling. Keep rolling. For someone that's older, that's really tense, got lack of mobility, I'm going to tell them just keep rolling. Go as long as you want. Okay? Sometimes the whole session, if they come in sore and banged up, we might spend the whole session just getting them so at the end of the session I feel better. They're going to want to manage that, and that's going to take away. They're going to take that away and do it on their own a lot more. Does that make sense? You want to get it ingrained. What I'll find is next time I'm not going to have to do that with them because they're going to do it themselves, you know what I mean? Just be careful crossing over, I wouldn't put too much weight on your knee, mate. Yeah, just go deload. Okay? So we're just going to roll through those areas, okay? Once you come to there, hamstrings, forget it. Too hard, too tight. What you do with hamstrings, you've got to be able to get that posture, anterior tilt. If you're in a posture or a flat back position, you're not going to be able to find it. You need to get the muscle at length. Okay? So you need to get the muscle at least to get this hamstring, which means you need that anterior too. So let's think about what we're doing here with rolling. Spill, you guys don't have bands. Jeez, alright, then what's going on? Right, keep rolling. Have a play. Imagine this was an elastic band. Just imagine. This is your muscle. Okay. This is a spot of density. So you have a spot of pain. Okay. This is my right side perineal, my left side gastrococcaleus. Okay. Cool. I've got this knot in the muscle. If I don't look at changing that knot, look at reducing that density, what happens? I go and exercise on it again and I create more density. We're fishing for those hot spots. If I keep doing that, that is the point where it's going to become painful. That is the point where you now find that you may become injured. Because you're not changing or adapting or adjusting your body's length and extensibility of those muscles. So the healthy tissue is now becoming more dense, tougher, more thank you. Carcinogenic for some silly reason. Okay? You're sending, shooting off, your brain actually sends on, shoots off little basic hormones that create collagen in the muscle. So if you look at a nice smooth muscle in a healthy individual, good healthy muscle, healthy length, good nutrition, and you're looking at thoracolumbar fascia through their lower back, there's a big wide connective tissue from glutes to back, and I can show you that. I'll show the trainers that just recently. I've put it up on my whiteboard. You look at an unhealthy one that's just continually being damaged, shortened, created density, the collagen fibres and the white dense facial tissue has actually come right out of this person, nearly covering their entire back. So the muscles can take on more of a tendon-like appearance, more like a ligament, in this case like a tendon. So you start getting less extensibility, less muscle, more tendon. This happens through collagen. Okay? Because the body is said, right, we've injured that side. In personal training terms, we've injured that side. It hurts. We've got to stop about length at that side because you might hurt it again. So throw collagen down there, block it up like concrete so it doesn't move because that's going to keep it safe. Now, you walk out of the gym, this is after the acute inflammatory response, and you allow that to happen and you don't do anything about the collagen. You become tired and you get compensation, which is really important to look at. Okay? It happens again, more. It happens again, more. And we now start to lose all of our mobility. Once you start to come to that point, you might roll till the cows come home. Doesn't matter. You need to go and see a masseuse, you need to see physio, you need to do some more soft tissue work, a little bit more specific ultrasound on those areas because you've now got specific gut, your gut, big time. Okay? This is a great tool for healthy tissue, but if your clients need more, you've got to handle them on. If you can see that it's not getting anywhere, if they're really tight, the best way to work is between you and your masseuse on the same stuff. Guys, trainers, speak to Tyson. I need him to work in this area. I picked it up. You know, get him doing that. Do it all the time. You know, that'd be great. For example, you might have a client, Tyson. I want you to do a massage with him. You might, well, you take my client at that time, or you know, feed off of each other. You're better off, and they'll respect you for it because you can get better results. And that's what we're after. And they'll respect you for saying, yeah, cool. You know, I know that this is a session with me, but I'd rather you see him this week. It's more important. Does that make sense? So we start doing this. The second thing is this. Why stretch if you haven't rolled? If you're stretching muscle that's got a big dense point in it, where do you stretch? Let's say I've got the rubber band. Now, right now, I'm stretching and my arms will be going out here. Where does I stretch? Where do I stretch? Where does the length come from? It comes from here to here. So where's the load placed? What am I now overdoing? I'm overloading the origin and the insertion. Is that where you want to be overloading? Do you want to overload the periosteum, the tendo-periosteal sheath, the bony attachment? Because if you get a little strain there, big trouble. It will take a long time for you to get that fixed. If you strain a muscle in the belly of the muscle, nice. If you strain a muscle in the musculotibial sheath, okay, that's pretty bad, but if you go from the bony attachment, that's a long time out. That's months.
Have you seen on the footy now, they're showing some of the warm-ups that they're doing to that before games?
I haven't seen that.
On Fox Footy, they're doing a thing about
Great.
Cyril Rioli, that keeps doing his hamstring. He's like, before he's done anything, doing ballistic hamstring stretching, like to warm up, and then he goes and does his hamstring in the game 3 or 4 times he's done it, and they're wondering why. Like, he's obviously got a hamstring problem and he's doing a ballistic stretch.
Yeah, what has he done before that?
And he strained his sprinting.
Sorry?
He was running too much load in his back.
Yeah.
And that forced his hamstrings to overload.
Yeah. But if he's got a lengthy hamstring, he shouldn't be ballistically stretching.
Well, he's got to be prepared for that, so yes and no.
Should he roll first?
We're going to have to...
Yeah.
That's a long name, but that's a really good one.
It's just if someone's done it 4 or 5 times, there's an issue.
Change that. Right. Okay, so understand that, guys. Before you stretch, you must roll. Rolling decreases the density, allows you to have the hormone response for well-being, increases the extensibility. Keyword extensibility. By increasing the extensibility, we now can extend that muscle by lengthening it through corrective stretching techniques. So we don't stretch unless we roll first. Period. Okay? Just that is why it's in our system. I just wanted to explain that again. Okay. So these are key areas, and hopefully that there is something that you can show your clients, and you can explain it like this. This is what you're doing. This is the density. It's not going to make any change. You want to look at healthy tissue, and at the moment we're just going to be overloading those 2 points. We need to get to this. So some other ones that we can look at, guys. I know you know most ways. I just want to show you a few different ones. ITB is better than, generally better than actually stretching generally. But the problem is most of you guys go through vastus lateralis, which is in this position. You must be 90 degree. There is a difference. That's vastus, that's ITB. If I roll through the middle, if I roll straight through the guts, what happens is because they're so tight, when they get bound up, certainly with kickboxing, in leg shocks or any force sport where you get contact, the vastus lateralis and ITB are so close they actually fuse together. So instead of having the synovial fluid and instead of having that nice aioli that rolls, or aioli which rolls through the muscle and so the fascia, okay, that what happens is they start to get stiff. Has everyone seen the video that I gave you, or I might have showed you in the past? What was it? Yeah. The fuzz. Has everyone seen fuzz speech? Who has not seen the fuzz speech? Okay, guys, you need to see the fuzz speech. I might bring it up a bit after, I just might not hear it that long, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, what happens when we don't reduce the fuzz, when we lack movement and mobility, these sliding movements, this alveoli does not get reduced. So you get out of the car after a couple of hours, you're all tight, you're all stiff. What do you first want to do? Move. You want to get things sliding and gliding. Once you're bedridden, once you have an injury, you're not doing that. So you're sending more fuzz to that area every night to recuperate that area. But you've got to get rid of it. And the way you get rid of it is by moving, which creates heat blood flow. So these muscles, see, they actually end up fusing together in many. So you want to roll these positions. Certainly the elderly, it's so important. So again, when you go through the vastus lateralis, you just do this ITB, and then you want to roll through. But make sure you roll both of those. And now, don't underestimate, which I see a lot of people, well, which I like a lot of people encourage you guys to do, is rolling forward and back. Find the sweet spots. Don't just go up and down. Find them. It's a fishing. There it is. No, I'm off of it. There it is. Okay? Find those points and just hold them. And just little rolls, finding that area, roll through the muscle, just little rolls. As you can see, I'm doing what? A centimetre at a time. Keep going, rolling. If that's too hard for you, and if you want to roll quicker, quads, guys, go straight down your quad. 2 legs, find the area, move at the same time, of course. Think about your posture. Look at what we're doing here at the same time. Great movement. We're also doing an elbow push-up. I'm getting thoracic extension in this position, rolling through. Okay, once I go from there, okay, so this is the sequence. I want you guys to follow me at this speed. Let's keep going. So everyone go through quads. So we started at calves, we went on to TV, we go through quads just gently. Feet together, toes in. Feet together, toes in. That's it, get a little bit more red fan. Turn the feet out. Go through big mode. That, I'm pretty good there. I'm going to go the other way. There we are. Just stay there. Little rolls once you found the dead there. Right. Do a right in the basis of the medius. So hold in that position. If you can, lift your chest up. Try to focus on the arm thoracic extension at the same time. So toes out, fingers out. Elevate your chest and try to squeeze your elbows into the C-word serratus. The muscle I was explaining to Tyson before. Okay, so from there we're going to roll onto the left side. If you haven't already, I haven't, so let's just pretend we've done left in this case. We go ITB. Okay, once we've done ITB here, okay, we're now going to go vastus lateralis, so we come 45 degree. Right, once we're there, we come up onto the hip. When you're at the hip position, guys, a lot of people still making this mistake. Get up onto your hip bone. Okay, so come up onto greater trichanter. Move anteriorly and bend your bottom knee. Relax. Okay? Get into TFL. That is TFL now, but you have to relax. If your bottom leg's straight, you're tensing it, it's not going to work. You've got to let the knee go, and you've got to get up and join it. So guys, that is this part. It is where the bend occurs. In there. Who hasn't found it? Hands up. I'm hearing a lot of this going on there, so I'm not even under for sure. Okay, so just hold in there. Now this is key, right? It's not one size fits all. Move. There I am. Good. Now move forward and just roll this position. So what I want you to do is open your chest, get some thoracic extension, open up, roll through. There you are. Just roll through the muscle, rolling across the muscle. Just roll that. Good. There we are. Perfect. Just roll through the muscle. Find it. You're going to get a better release while rolling across the muscle, not going with the muscle. Oh, there we are. Rolling across it. Okay, once we've done that, good. Once we've done that, we can now go through those more anterior fibers of the glutes. So we just turn it on, facing 9 degrees, more glute med, and we're just going to roll through your backside, bending that leg a little bit. We're just going to roll through here, find the position, just roll there. Some more glute medius, minimus, whatever you want to call it, but wherever, if it hurts, roll it. Right. You don't want to get too specific with your clients, just hey, if it hurts, do it. I want to laugh in your face. You know the face I'm talking about. Good. So from there we go onto the other side again. Remember we come up. So just watching here, I'm onto the bone. See how you explain it to your client. I'm on my bone. Good. From here, I'm going to roll in. There I am. There she is. Okay. And it's like chalk and cheese. I don't know about you guys, but my left to right is like chalk and cheese. My right is my left is in pain, and Greg's the opposite. You'll find that. However, once I've done that, so I'm not going to waste any time there, because as soon as I roll onto my side, it's glute med. On my right, it's chalk and cheese. My right side glute med is really tight. So my external rotators, does that make sense? My external rotators on my right side is giving me grief. I'm feeling pain there. Where my left side internal rotator did, but I felt nothing here. So yeah, it makes perfect sense. Okay, we're just going to roll through that side, and again, just feel that, roll forward, roll back, you know, it's sort of a game of twister. Good, yeah, you're getting hands with yellow there. Good, don't underestimate though, what I'd like to see you doing is that's it, opening up, rolling forward and back, getting that horizontal plane, not just that vertical plane movement. Okay, so once we're there on our bum, up onto our tush, and it surprises me how many people get this wrong. Cross your leg. The leg that you cross is the one you roll on. Yeah. Okay? It's the leg you cross. What we're trying to do here is get a bit of a stretch in the muscles. We're trying to get a little bit of length in the muscle. Okay? So just roll a few glutes, we're going to do a few rolls. We're going to go outside. So we're going to drop this hip, and we're going to go all glute med minimus right through the outside. Just there, rolling over. Okay, just feel that. For me, it's about there to my high, so I'm just going to hold that. 8, 7, 6, 5, right there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I'm going to come up. I'm going to roll through the centre. So go with me, guys. You're not going to get perfect. I just want you to go with the sequence. Now I'm going right up. right through the ischium. Feel that? There I am, right through the belly of the muscle now. Right there it is. Good. So right as you come off that bum bone, bang, you're on it, yeah? So everyone should feel that. Woo! Should feel like you're coming down the way. Okay? Right there. You do this if you want. Okay? Right. Now, if you like, hug your knee, piriforma, hug it, get that real stretch. Righty, come up onto the bum bone, and everyone put on your face. And now roll. Forward and back until you find the sweet spot. There it is. Oh yeah. That's the way. Okay. Right there. Ooh, up the top. There. And now look, for me, I've just come right off of it. As I've come back, it's there. So you just got to look for it. You think you've got it, and then whoosh go. And you find another one. We are doing this. Imagine the intro to that rolling finger. Good. Out here, through the side. Let's do this again. So here, right through the side. Roll that muscle and find. Again, as much as you can handle. You'll find differences from one side to the other. Making sure you're on that cross side. You should feel your legs just open up, like you feel things just let go when you find that spot. My legs just literally just go releasing, like a balloon. You feel that? Yeah, that's good. That's what you're after, mate. It's a good thing. Now through the middle. Bulgarian split squats happened 2 days ago, and I can certainly do them today. Yeah, do it right there through the middle. Good, so just through the middle, right up. Again, you want the bum bone. You want to just roll slightly laterally of that point, so more into those anterior fibers of the glutes still. And if you find you want a bit of trigger point, you might feel it, you might be rolling over it. If you're up for it, just try to sit in and let your body go. If you can hold that, it's tough. And you feel it just release. Good. Then we come up to piriforma, we're going to hug that knee. Body there. Good, hold it and roll it in. Good, just holding that, let your body go. Now guys, you know you've got a good spot. I thought my right side was tight. On my left side, I'm just feeling my body let go. I'm feeling pressure release. That's a good feeling, okay? Anything that gives you that feel, you know. It's definitely my left foot. I thought it was my right, but today my left side has made I physically feel better, as well as using my right leg. Those were the 2 points today for me that needed a roll. Okay, now from here, I roll to the back. So you come straight down to the back. It's crucial, there's a couple of things here. Through thoracolumbar fascia, you don't want to open up too much because you're going to tense. You want to sort of round yourself. In this position, this is not a curl. This is a thoracic curl. I'm not curling my whole back. I'm simply getting a little bit of flexion through my T-spine, which is safe and healthy. T-spine has rotation. It has got that movement. Lumbar does not. So we want to see extension and rotation. I'm just going to roll through thoracolumbar fascia. Now, for me here today, left and right, left side into QL if I turn side on. So I just come across, I'm just going to hold that. And that's not bad. I'm going to go over onto right side. And right side for me is certainly a lot more dense through that QL. Okay, once I get up and above that, so once you come up above T12 and the thoracolumbar fascia, you get on bone. Here, sore, as you come up, then it's more muscle and tight. Once you get there, you must cross your elbows, bring them together. What we're trying to do is separate our shoulders. We don't want them pinching because otherwise you're going to be on rock solid muscle. Bring your elbows together, head back, and roll through your T-spine. So now we're going to roll from your inferior angle of your scapula right up to the neck. And what you should feel is a few clicks, few adjustments. Now, there's no way this is better than using a ball for this area. I'm not going to deny that fact.
but you can turn to one side. So, okay, everybody, let's get up to our superior border of the scapula. Now from there, I want you to do this, stay there. To find your back, turn onto your side and just roll right through. Again, you should be slightly distal of your superior border of the scapula. Just rolling forward and just roll in, roll back. So I'm going to come more rotator cuff here, and now I'm going to roll forward. Right, I'm going to roll up, again spine the sweet spot. Now in this position I'm going to roll a little bit more towards my underarm and I'm going to lean back. Right into that rotator cuff, subscat, lat dorsi, all of those. Teres minor, major. You're going to roll right through the side and just hold that and then find those sweet spots. Again, forward and back 10 times, look for it and adjust. Come on, you sissies! Roll through it. Remember what I said about competition? I'm trying to keep my brave face on just because you lot are here. Other than that, I'll be crying off the girls at home. I'll be trying to say, Christy, look, you're happy. Look what I'm doing. Come on, a glass of water. I'll be milking it. I'll get nothing. Okay, so now guys, here, staying there. So right now you should have worked from inferior border right up. Keep it going, right up. You're just doing this, finding it, rolling back, finding it. Then you come up through posterior capsule. Okay? Posterior capsule, you feel this more. You'll just come off of lat and you feel the head of the posterior fibers of your delt. Just opening up and you want to roll through there. Now that can be really painful and you want to just move through there. There it is. And that one, just feel my neck, just let go, and just sort of let's go through there. Just a little roll, just add a little bit of tension, need some loving there. Once we come back, we're going to come here, back onto the other side. That's right, you've got two sides, so let's go again. Now, again, focus here guys, what are you noticing? One side, just rolling through there.
We're watching you now.
Come on, please, toughen up, princess. Yeah, my right side was clearly a lot easier than this side. Feel the difference. It's a necessary evil. Yes, you can do it.
Yes.
You will feel so much better by doing it regularly. If you do it every now and again, it will suck.
I feel like I'm going to roll like really,
Yeah, that's good. That's a good feeling.
Isn't that really good?
Yeah, no, it is. It is. That's the waste products going through your system. No, that's the waste products going through your system. Basically, it is the plug. You need a lot of water around this. On my left side, I have a point that's excruciating. It feels all fuzzy and it feels a bit like that this compared to my right, and I don't like it, but I'm just going to roll that a little bit. Don't overdo it, go where you can, and tomorrow attack it again, and it'll get better. So today I'm just going to do enough.
I want to feel it tomorrow.
So we're going to roll in and out. Roll in and out. And hey presto. Now there's no denying guys that at the gym we've got exercise massage balls, yeah? Little balls, tennis balls. What you do is this. You put them into a sock. Okay? I've played around with them at home. I've got balls that are taped together, they come undone. Put the two balls into a sock, tie the sock tight. So you've got two balls. Line them along your back. That way now, you're not along the spine. So what's going to happen is there's my spine. Ball, ball. I've got my ribs attaching into my spine. I'm looking at moving them anteriorly because they adjust, and when you sublux a rib or a vertebra, they push posteriorly, the spine moves forward. So the adjustment is pushing back in to that connective tissue as they are attached anteriorly on that spine. So what we're looking is you'll find, and I'll get many adjustments doing that, just gently pushing. So again, the two balls along the spine in this position, and you just walk through and you just get a little bit of angle, and you'll find yourself click, crack. It's no different to your chiro, getting on your back and clicking, clacking back into that position if you're able to roll through there. Keeping a healthy spine, you're getting that bit of movement through T-spine, awesome. So getting the balls there in the middle of the back and doing this position for your client. Opening and extension, flexion, that's not a crunch. Okay? Straight legs will be better by the way, so now your flexors are out. We're not looking for flexion, keeping the lumbar just there. Okay, just rolling through. If you want to do any sort of crunches for your clients, tell them to do this. Okay, chest up, just holding that, and just walking through that back. Okay, and just getting that movement. We know people lag extension, come away and I can do that now. Rather than just being locked here. They've got movement, they've got blood flow. Just getting themselves moving up those joints. Awesome exercises. Okay? So, look, I know you've done this before. We've spent a good 40 minutes on this, but did you enjoy going over a bit of a recap? The last thing I'd like to say is this. This is my hamstring. This is my gun. I love mine. This is my hamstring. Okay? This is the position. You're getting length on it. So whenever you do your rolling, like your glute, if you're rolling your glute like this, okay, your glute's at length. So you can't get the tension. You want to tension it up. So now, in the stretch position, just push against the bend. I'm now forcing it to stretch further. Does everyone understand that? You're now forcing, I'm stretching by adding in something to go around, something to pressure, and it's now stretching the muscle further, which is what we're trying to do. So always think of how you are stretching and lengthening those muscles that you're after. For example, in the lat position, arms up, not arm down, of course. Fingers not turned in because they're an internal rotator, fingers out. In this position, okay, this is what we want to see for lat. If you are now wanting to lengthen external rotators, then what we need to see is internal rotation and go through infraspinatus. Okay, this is going that next level. So just, you guys have a play with this. That's now lengthening through those muscles. Okay? If you want to test your internal rotators or your external rotators, should I say, how much range do you have? How much range? So everyone can see my left side. Let's do a little experiment. Let's go through that left side, holding this position. I'm going to go right down a Fury angle. I'm going to look for it. Haven't found it. Look for it. There it is. That's it. Well, there we are. There. 10 seconds or so. There it is. You should feel, I'm looking for that to release. I'm looking for that. I want to feel that just drop. It's, oh, I missed that. I want to know down. Okay. Everyone see the difference? Is that a big difference to where I was? I was not there. Okay, massive difference. Okay, this is called the sleeper stretch. It's a simple test. Test people's external rotators. If you don't know it, I'll go through it. Sleeper stretch is a great test for your external rotators, but the key is that you get your upper traps out of it by elevating the trap and pressing the shoulder blade. Hold that position. We are looking how far can you get in a strict movement. If I allow myself to let go, of course I get further. So holding this position, check one side. Check the other side, okay? Which side needs a bit of work. We're going to do a little bit of active PNF assessment and stretch here. So holding that, just going to push 5, 4, 3 into my hand, 2, 1, going to work through that. Good. Again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just try to get a little bit more range. Just make sure, good, yeah, 90 degrees, yeah. Okay, so that personal PNF position for those muscles. Okay, stretch, that's a pretty simple one. That's all we need to do, guys, pretty much for your external rotators. That's a great test. The other test, of course, is just internal rotator. Same thing. Internal rotator, external rotator. Same thing, and that's the stretch that you do follow. Okay? In this position, if you arch your back, of course, you've got tight internal rotators if you're arching. So we want to see that you keep your back flat. Hold that. That's about as much as I've got on one side. Here. or that lot less on my left. So that's subscap, lat dorsi and so forth, get the roller in there to assessment. So like this feels, even though I've got more here, this feels more restricted on my right side. It feels like a bit of length through my right side. I'm feeling that in my pec. So I should bring that up, guys. In this position when you're doing this, holding that there, if you ask your clients, you know, why can't you go further? Because you're thinking it's somewhere down here, but in my case, it's my pec. So that's my pec minor getting lengthened. That's my upper fibres of my pec getting lengthened. So that makes sense because I'm slightly rotating my right shoulder. So it's not, I'm limited through these muscles and not allowing me to get that external rotation that I'm after because I'm here. I'm doing this. Okay? Makes a lot of sense. So I'll need to work through that right pec, get some ball work in there. Not so much, probably with subscap and lats. Lats as well, definitely lats, because in turn to rotate, just work through that shoulder, roll that area out, and I'll make a big difference. Cool. How we feel with that? Good? Okay. I reckon we'll have some lunch now. I don't want to have too long though. Can we just do say like a quick half hour or something like that? And then let's get straight back into it and then we'll go through mobility and go from there. Can I have these rollers back over here for me? Tara, grab them guys, just back in the bed. Did you say something? So about half hour boys, let's go. Yeah, 1:05. Some more. They're good.
Yes.
Is anyone going across the road to get a coffee or anything like that? Medium strong cappuccino, something like that. That'd be lovely.
I gotta get some of that. What's just that like this?
Yeah, let's put it on the spine.
Nitsky, where are you going?
That's what it is.
I got brown rice and chicken. I'll have these out. So, you'll roll it hill.
Of course. Yeah, that stretch that I just showed you, got your roots of
I like
range
short
in
pasta.
that position.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's
When I was younger, I used to
out.
eat
You're
just
looking
eat
for
more
range.
pasta.
Okay?
Yeah.
You need to do more of assessment, but just see what you've done there. Okay, just use the towel, push
Yeah.
the ball, and again, pull against it.
Yeah.
So ping it and then pull up. Pull against it, pull up, and that sleep stretch and just roll. Just keep rolling like I showed you then
Yeah.
to that side.
Yeah.
Keep that mobility up, as well as performing your correct exercises, mate, for that body for sure.
Thanks.
You're repeated.